Okay, Kipsters, we're going to quickly model how to demonstrate academic habits of annotation with that level 1 comprehension type of annotation. But first, we got to get our work. So let's go to classwork. You go to today's date, and you will find your excerpt of I'm Not Your Perfect Mexican Daughter. To the top left, I have our academic habits of independent reading. So this is the doing, what I'm doing. Also to the left, I am posting questions I am asking myself as I'm reading. Remember, these are those level 1 comprehension questions. All right, let's begin. Chapter 1. What surprised me the most about seeing my sister dead is the lingering smirk on her face. Her pale lips are turned up ever so slightly, and someone has filled in her patchy eyebrows with a black pencil. The top half of her face is angry-like. She's ready to stab someone, and the bottom half is almost smug. This is not the Olga I knew. Olga was as meek and fragile as a baby bird. I wanted her to wear the pretty purple dress that didn't hide her body like all the other outfits. But Amma chose the bright yellow one with the pink flowers I've always hated. It was so unstylish, so classically Olga. It made her either 4 or 80 years old. I could never decide which. Her hair is just as bad as the dress-tight, crunchy curls that remind me of a rich lady's poodle. How cruel to let her look like that. The bruises and gashes on her cheeks are masked with thick coats of cheap foundation, making her face haggard, even though she was only 22. I'm going to stop after paragraph 2 because I'm reading a brand new text and I want to figure out what's going on. As I read, I asked myself these questions right here on my orange sticky note. Who are the characters so far in the story? What do I know about them from the beginning of the novel? What is the setting? I see that the text is written in first person, especially with the use of I. I don't know the name of the narrator quite yet. I also don't know if the narrator is male or female. But I infer that she is female because of the title and cover of the book. I know that her sister, Olga, has died from some sort of accident. These first 2 paragraphs tell me more about Olga than they do the narrator. For example, where I read, Olga was as meek and fragile as a bird. I also see down here she was 22. So I know these things. I also know that Olga was conservative based on when the narrator talks about how she wanted her to wear the purple dress, but Amma chose a bright yellow one that made her look like 4 or 80. So I also know that Olga dressed conservatively. So I'm going to jot the gist of these 2 paragraphs. Again, asking myself, what are these 2 paragraphs mostly about? Now, the thing about fiction is that you can chunk paragraphs together or give a jump per page because sometimes you need to read a little bit more in fiction to get the answers to that basic comprehension level, like the 5 W's, who, what, when, where, why. So in this instance, I'm going to write where we're at Olga's funeral look like herself. I haven't learned the main character's name yet, although I did read it in the back of the book. So however, say if I didn't have that, I would just go ahead and be on the lookout for the narrator's name. Alright, now that you saw me jot the gist, I want you to think of 3 things that you noticed me do during this